Alright everyone, as you guys can see, I am done parting all of my hair, all of my sections into medium-sized parts. You guys can actually check out that video that I posted right before this one of me showing you how I part my hair into medium sections for this look. So I'm about 75% done when it comes to adding on hair, and I know it's a lot of hair. Let me take this down so y'all can see how it looks like so far. Ooh. It's a lot of hair in there. But we'll get into all of that of me giving you guys the details on the hair, the products that I use, and all of that great stuff. So like I said before, I still have to add hair onto this section right here. And I will be showing you guys how I do that. This hair, the hair that I'm using, it matches my texture so well. Like, I love the kinkiness. Let me go ahead and show you guys the hair that I'm using. So I'm using the Expression Springy Afro Twist. This is actually the first time me using this hair on my head. I use it on my mom and a couple of my friends when I did their hair, and I love this hair. It mimics natural hair so well. I've used about 2 packs. This is the last bundle from the second pack. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I definitely have to take one of these bundles out from the 3rd pack. So I used 2 packs and 1 bundle. So that's 7 bundles altogether. And that is just to braid the hair, you know, get my sections and stuff in there. Okay, so this is how I actually add hair to my section. I kind of like to keep my sections in twists because it makes it easier. Okay, so of course I like to start off with my gel, you know, just applying it to the entire row. You know, the hair kind of comes already neat and the curls are kind of perfect. So what I do is just, you know, fluff it out, run my thumb through it a couple times. The look I'm going for, I kind of want a length that is not too short and not too long, so like right under my boob, right? So I'm gonna take 1/3 of the entire section like this. So like this, and then 1/3. All I'm gonna do is just put this right on top and like use these 2 fingers to grab really tight, and then bring the hair over and start a braid. So I twist that and grab onto the smaller piece. And then I braid. My estimated time of me parting everything and adding this hair could be about 2.5 hours. The parting is the most tedious, most time-consuming part of any hairstyle, really, when you think about it. Alright, so I've done my first half of the back, and y'all, I am impressed with myself. I love the color, the thickness, the boldness. It's like, let me show y'all what it looks like, okay? Let me bring it to the front so y'all can see. So this is what the back looks like so far. Like, you can't tell me that this doesn't look good, that it don't look professional. What? The thickness. This is what the bottom looks like. Everything is nice and even, neat. But because it's like butterfly locks, you still get that distressed look. This is the back. Yo. And that's the back. The back is done. Or half of the back is done. So as you guys can see, I wanted it to kind of swoop down this way. And as I get higher, it's gonna be shorter so I can have layers. It looks like real locks. and it looks so nice. And the color is amazing. I love the color. Speaking of color, let me go ahead and give y'all the details on the wrapping hair. So it's the same brand, same hair, Springy Afro Twist, 16 inches, and it is in the color 950. Let me bring it out. So it's like a burgundy, deep red color, like a wine color. I mean, y'all can see the hair on here, but this is how it looks in the pack. You can see it's like a deep burgundy, maroon, dark red, wine color. So it is getting a bit late over here, right? I wanted to quickly come in here and show you before I sleep on how I wrap the hair, how I get this specific effect, butterfly effect. For one section, I like to use, well, it's not that I like to use, I have to use two so I can get that length that I want. So, but before I start wrapping, you know, this hair kind of shrinks, which is so weird because it kind of mimics, like I said, natural hair. And the fact that it shrinks is like, it's pretty, you know, unique. But what I do is just kind of, you know, fluff out the section I'm going to wrap because I want it to elongate. So I go ahead and do that. And it doubles in size. It's like detangling natural hair, right? So I get this section of hair and I fluff out the curls so it can be voluminous like this. And the reason why I do this is because I want to take as much space as I can, because when I'm wrapping, you don't want it to be so skinny like this. You want it to be open and wide like that. Like this, you'll be wrapping forever, sitting there all day. But if you do it like this, it takes up more space. So I go ahead and get like a little small piece and I put it right at the root of the braid, the section, and then I begin to wrap. Like I said, remember to keep it spaced out, not skinny. Then I wrap about 1 or 2 times at the root, and then I begin to go down, and my fingers is not holding the hair so tightly, right? And as I'm going down, as you guys can see, I've already started putting my thumb in the way, like this. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. So I put my thumb in the way of my wrapping, like that, and then I just slide my thumb out, and it gives me that distressed look. So I'm gonna do that again. And I do that about, I don't do it all the way down, I do it like every other wrap. So I'll wrap one, then put my thumb through like that. Then I wrap it again, put my thumb through, and wrap down, and be mindful to keep this spaced out and full. And also here too, because you want it to be as long as possible and take up as much space. So I don't know if y'all can see how it's kind of wide. You go around that way, and it makes it easier for your thumb to kind of get through too. So as you go around, you slide your thumb out, go down. It's really, when it comes to this, you're not really supposed to be perfect with it, and that's where the magic happens. That's where the distress and that texture comes out, right? So now that, as you guys can see, I still have a lot more here to go. That's why I have to use another piece. So I'm gonna go ahead and fluff that out. Now that it is nice and fluffed out, I would put the piece that I was just working on with the rest, and then I put this, just like how I started at the root, put it down, then wrap around. Make sure that it's open and wide, put your thumb through it. And honestly, with this part, I don't really like to speed through it. See, I just take my time because I have time dedicated just for this. But yeah, I think it's best when you take your time with it, you know. As you guys can see, I put my thumb through, or like in the way, and then wrap over my thumb. Then I wrap, like I put it under to kind of slide that piece up, right? Or I use my thumb and I push out a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see. So I put my thumb there, then I push this piece up, out, then around. So now that I'm at the end of my lock, I'm gonna take one of these to kind of guide where I want my lock to stop. And it stops pretty much like right here. So as you can see, with me being a perfectionist, I went too far down, right? So I'm gonna take some out a little bit. So now that I'm there, I'm gonna bend my black piece, my inner piece, upward. Then I'm gonna wrap that burgundy hair up, back up. Then, as you guys can see, this is a lot, you know, this is excess hair. So I'm going to cut it off. This always happens when I'm looking for my scissors. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that piece off. Then all I have is my burgundy hair, and I'm gonna wrap that around just to camouflage what I just cut. And then for this part, I make it extremely tight. Like you can see there's just like little pieces of hair, and I make that extremely tight. So if I'm not confident on it being secure, I'm gonna get some extra little pieces of hair, you know, that probably wrapped around my arm or something. Then I just take that extra, and I go around the end really tightly, you know, so it could be tight. I just do that until there's no more hair left, and then done. Let that unravel, and look at that. Yes, just beautiful. And I also like to blend out the ends by just rolling it out, and then it becomes a nice little lock. In all the places where I feel like it's too big, I'll just roll that together. Yeah. I'm excited, y'all. Don't mind me, but that's it. Yes. So when I am done with everything, I will come back and show you guys my final results. And that will probably be my next clip. So without further ado, my final results. First, I want to thank you so much for making it this far into the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.